to the Xtra Factor. Well, it was never, ever going to be easy going out in week 1. It's just hideous, poor old Candy Rain. But I'm going to go and grab... Oh, well, they're here, the girls. I know you've just literally run off. Big round of applause for Candy Rain. Girls, I'm so sorry to do this to you. I know that you've just found out, and you're obviously very upset. I think you sort of said it at the end there, you just wanted to be given a second chance, didn't you? To show, you know, what you were really made of.
Do you know what? I think at the end of the day, we are so grateful that we've been given this opportunity and so grateful for that. I mean, there's so many talented people, but do you know what? We ain't stopping fighting. We will keep fighting to the end. And you will see more of Candy Rain. This doesn't end here.
I tell you what, you really did come out fighting. It was the perfect track for you guys, and I think, you know, you really ended on a high note, and Simon would have put you through if he'd had his way. That must give you something to leave on, right, Coco?
Yeah, we're really grateful to Simon and all the other judges as well. We've had such an amazing time, so...
Okay, it has been a bit of a bumpy ride, but listen, we're going to be upstairs in the ITV2 studio with these guys a little bit later on. Will you come up for a bit of TLC and cuddles? Yeah? Okay, Candy Rain, everybody. Thanks, girls. So now, the survivor of the moment. My God. Are you okay? It's real sportsmanship. They spent such a long time together. Rachel, congratulations, first of all. It's the most horrible position to be in the bottom 2. What goes through your mind when you stood there on stage and you're facing those judges and you're about to hear your fate?
So much was going through my mind at the time. I couldn't even put it all together. It's so hard because I seriously wasn't even thinking about, you know, I was trying to put all the negative behind and think, you know, because I felt I'd done so good like yesterday, and I just thought whatever happens, no matter what, you know, but...
You're clearly not the only one. I mean, Simon said himself that he was surprised to see you in here, so were you quite shocked to hear your name mentioned in the bottom 2?
Well, we're all done so well, so, you know, I couldn't say, no one could tell, but I felt that, you know, I'd done really good, so whatever happens, you know, whatever the outcome, I wouldn't have changed my performance yesterday. So even if I was going home today, I wouldn't have changed a thing yesterday because I had so much fun out there on that stage.
Well, listen,
and I'm so glad that I've been given an opportunity to be back into the competition, because next week I'm going to bring it bigger and better than ever, and hopefully I get so many votes next week because I do not want to repeat this and go in the...
No, absolutely not. Next week is Diva Week, and I think Diva Week has got your name on it. Big round of applause for Rachel, everybody. Oh, Mr. O'Leary.
Lovely.
Is that just the worst show in the world for you to do?
Oh, right. I thought you were just the worst show in the world.
No. The bad news is just the worst thing to do.
Really hard. I mean, I always think opening the show, especially on opening night when there's 12 acts, is always so difficult because, you know, you see someone and you go, oh, they're good, and then you see someone else, and you sort of, it's quite easy for acts to get lost in the flood as the night goes on, which I think is probably what happened with Rachel. And it's always hard for girl bands, but God, you couldn't have tried any harder tonight as Candy Rain did. I mean, they really gave that their all, didn't they?
They totally did. And guys, can we just have a collective big deep breath in and out? 1, 2, 3. Until next week, and then it all starts again. Will you all come and join us upstairs in a moment? Yeah. Okay, good. Deal. Right. They say money doesn't buy you happiness, and right now this wealthy lot must be feeling very glum indeed. It's our X Factor judges. Hello. Right. Was a tough one tonight, right? I mean, there's 3 of you guys, you've got a big decision to make. Simon, you got quite severely booed in here tonight for backing Candy Rain.
So listen, whether you get booed or not, it is a sing-off. You know, you've got to judge them on what they do, otherwise there's no point doing that. I just felt that these girls haven't been given a fair shot, and they deserved a break, but... It's all subjective. To be honest with you, it was probably the fairest thing to do to take it back to the public vote, and they were at the bottom, but I feel sorry for them.
Yeah.
I do. I actually think
they
could have got much better as well.
I mean, Cheryl, last night after watching the show, it was kind of Candy Rain that caused the argument between you 2 guys. And we actually caught up with you backstage, our cameras were there, and I just want to show everybody this. This is what happened when Cheryl met up with Candy Rain. Have a little look.
Awkward.
Hiya. I just wanted to see you all personally because I feel like you got a bit of a tough time tonight, and I just wanted to say it wasn't personal from me. I'm trying to help you.
Yeah.
I hope it was constructive. You know, if you want to dress like that, fine.
Yeah.
go ahead. But if you don't, stand up for yourselves and say, do you know what, Louis, we don't want to dress like this. We don't want to be perceived like this. You can do it. I just felt really bad, and I wanted to say to your faces it wasn't intentionally meant to be nasty. I do wish you the best of luck, and I'm sorry, and I really do wish you good luck. And
Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I hope you take it as constructive.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's obviously hard to see that now knowing what happened. And it seems that girl bands struggle in this competition, particularly when they're very sexy and hot like that.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the key to this then? What's the answer?
I don't know what the answer is. I think, again, it goes back to that thing. It's having the X factor. It's having something girls at home like about you.
And
boys at
identify
home
with.
like, and identify with you. And girls don't tend to like a lot of provocativeness,
We
you know.
saw that.
They just don't.
Don't start again.
And I think it's girls that pick up the phone and vote.
Yeah. Danny, you know, so great news for you because of Rachel, obviously, I know. Relief, right?
Yeah, definitely. She sang so well just then.
Were you shocked to see her in the bottom two?
Yeah, I mean, there was so many good performances last night. It was just, I think, the best first show we've ever had.
Yeah.
As far as performances go. But yeah, I mean, she had the toughest spot opening the show.
And next week, what are you going to do to make sure she's not in there again? Are you going to change anything, do anything differently?
We got some surprises, definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the group song at the beginning of the night was brilliant. I just wanted to show you your reaction when John and Edward got through. I just think you need to explain this. Let's have a little look.
John and Edward.
Were you shocked by the chance?
I thought that was quite supportive.
Okay, well, listen,
Can't wait for next week.
Oh, Simon.
John and Edward doing Diva Week.
Big Diva Week. It'll be interesting. There is a lot of support for John and Edward in here. I know that. There you go, you see. The tables are turning. Alexandra tonight, welcome back to her. It must have been, I mean, you were like a proud mum. We could just see you stood there like, there she is.
I wanted to get up and dance with her. I was like tempted to crawl up onto the stage, but she's living proof to these are hopefully an inspiration now to what they can achieve at the end of this.
Yeah.
She just showed it to everyone.
Absolutely. Well, listen, thank you, all of you. Next week is another week. Diva Week next week.
Yeah, like, you know, this week's gone. We just got to prepare our contestants now to be better than we were the previous week, because I've got no intention of leaving this competition early.
Okay, well, that's good to hear, as I imagine neither of you have. All right, thank you very much. Give the judges a big round of applause, everybody. Thank you. Right, so let's go and chat to friends and family and come and hear the opinions of some of the guys in the audience down here. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Did you enjoy the show tonight?
Yes, we did. We
Okay.
did.
Did you think it was the right result? It's okay, I'll protect you.
Jury's still out on that one.
Really? So you're a bit unsure. Who would you rather then?
The twins?
Really? John and Edward? Don't boo her! You've all got opinions too. Don't be afraid. I'm going to ask you the same question, but it's okay. I'm here. Who do you think should maybe have been in the bottom two?
Probably, they're all really good, strong acts. It's really
But?
fun. But has anyone got a gun? Yeah, the twins and Candy Rain.
And Candy Rain. So you're quite happy tonight that they went. Okay, give them a round of applause. They're very brave. Very brave, because as you can see up behind me here, we have actually got Candy Rain's friends and family. First of all, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. It's so tough, isn't it? Because you've been with the girls all the way through this whole competition and seen them, you know, go on this huge journey, and we only see a little bit on the telly. How do you think they're feeling right now?
I mean, they're devastated, they're heartbroken. I mean, they've worked very, very hard. They've had to battle lots of bad press, as well as work, as well as with the other groups and the other acts, work as well as hard as them. And I feel like they've had to work harder than anyone to get anywhere in this competition, and obviously...
Do you think the press are somewhat to blame? Do you think if none of that had come out, then maybe they would have, you know, had a better chance?
I think they definitely would have had a better chance if it hadn't have come out, but it was going to come out sometime, and it did, and this is what's happened. But obviously they will make it regardless. I mean, this is not the end of Candy Rain at all.
They'll be back.
They will be back with a vengeance.
Hotter than ever. Thank you very much. Well, we've heard what everyone here in the studio audience thinks, but quite frankly, they have hogged the screen enough. So it's now your turn. Why don't you get in touch?
Give us a call on 090 1122 1100. You've got just 20 seconds to leave your message, so keep it quick. And if it's good, we might call you back on air. Or you can text studio plus your comment to 87103. Or you can drop us an email by logging on to itv.com/Xfactor and following the instructions. Or go to facebook.com/The X Factor. Or you can send us a tweet via twitter.com/The X Factor. Calls cost 25p from BT landlines. Calls from other networks may be higher, and for mobiles will be considerably more. Text costs 25p per message plus standard network rates.
Time for a break, so no excuse not to call in. But come back because we're going to be joined by Spice Mum Emma Bunton, Fruit Loop Keith Lemon, last year's winner Alexandra Burke's going to be in the studio. Yes, Alexandra Burke, plus showbiz columnist Dean Piper, as well as all the X Factor finalists. Make your way up to the studio, guys. They don't call us extra for nothing, you know. Welcome back to the Xtra Factor, the nosy neighbour of the X Factor that wants to know everything it's been up to. Later, the finalists will be joining us to discuss the fallout of tonight's results and to answer your questions. So if you haven't already got in touch with us, why the heck not? In an effort to analyse and dissect tonight's events, we put in many calls to top doctors and psychologists, but they hung up on us. So instead, we ended up with the gorgeous Emma Bunton. A man who's funny. It's a funny man. It's Keith Lemon. X Factor goddess Alexandra Burke. And they say size doesn't matter, but inches means everything to this guy. It's showbiz columnist Dean Piper. Welcome back. Alexandra, can I say I would love to comment on how brilliant your performance was, but I literally spent the whole night staring at your six packs and naked men.
You babes, it was a moment.
How do you concentrate?
Men. I don't know how. I kind of did. I guess we just had to get on with it. But you see the part where I hit the guy in his chest?
Yes!
That was my favourite.
I was so jealous.
I was like, yeah, I'm getting you back for nothing, but, you know.
I was like, don't hit him, snog him.
Oh, thank you.
I was so moved. I nearly shed a tear. I was just saying earlier.
Yeah,
I had to
I know.
think of the Sunday dinner. Sort of stop me from crying.
Was it good to be back?
It was amazing to be back. Honestly, I just feel so honoured to even be asked to come back and perform, so...
So who do you think is kind of, you know, could possibly, you know, pick your crown back?
Okay. For me, everyone is amazing and they're doing a fantastic job. But I think the overs are very strong this year.
Overs are very strong.
Yeah,
Anyone in
Simon's
particular?
got I think they're all as strong as each other. I'm rooting for... It's overs.
Overs?
Yeah,
you think someone in the overs?
Yeah,
okay.
someone. I'm not sure who yet.
Now, a lot of people are talking about Daniel after last night. Emma, Daniel, discuss.
Daniel, well, for me, in the group song today, I didn't think he was good. And also, I loved his performance last night, but everyone's going mad, and I feel like he's still got a lot to prove. For me, personally,
Right.
you know, I love Ollie. I think, actually, this year, can I just say, is the strongest year ever.
Really?
Honestly,
I'm so glad you
I really
said that.
think there's some amazing people in
Alexander's
there.
thinking, but I won last year.
No, but
I
Alexander's
can
strong
agree
last year, but this year, there's a lot of people that are strong this year.
No,
There is.
you. Every year it gets stronger every year. Without a doubt, that's what this show is renowned for. It gets stronger every year.
Now, two people that were very good in the group
Twins.
performance. The twins!
Yeah,
I thought they were
fantastic.
brilliant.
I love
They
them.
leapt off the furniture. It was like, woo! Yeah, a bit of energy.
Probably behind them. I mean, this is amazing that they weren't in the final, the bottom two. So it was a real shock.
You were
tonight.
enjoying it. You're laughing your head
I
off.
was loving the twins.
Dean,
tonight.
can I just say,
was
it's not only the public that are being turned, the press are being turned as well.
No,
Because
surely not.
Stop the Twins Hate Crusade. I saw this headline in the paper today.
It's
So
amazing.
have they turned it around?
They've probably turned it a little bit around, but I think they're still going to get a lot of abuse. They're easy targets, but they're what this show.
But is that right?
Well, you
Pick
know,
on the easy target? Surely not.
They're very thick-skinned. They can handle it.
Do you
They
know
can
what
handle it.
I've
They've
noticed
been
though, and it's not, I haven't got a joke or anything, but I noticed if you put a wig on them and Joe a beard on them, they look a bit like Russell Brand.
I need to see this.
I'm telling you.
Is
Do
that
it,
kind of
do it
fine-
when we go back
fine
to your room.
featured? I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go.
He's not.
Behave yourself, Mr. Lemon.
So Candy Rain, I mean, the poor girls, it's horrible, isn't it? We won. When in your year, who was it that went out the first year?
Was Bad Lashes.
Bad Lashes.
And then girl bands, it was 2 groups.
Two
last
girl
year.
bands.
Yeah.
They always seem to go. Now, come on. I
I
mean,
know.
girl bands. Emma.
I think it's so tough, but it just shows you do have to have that extra sparkle. And for me, last night, they weren't kind of interacting. They were just kind of styled and placed and singing. And I think we all want to see, you know, a group enjoying themselves. And for me, you know, that's what I want to see. I want to see the girls up there enjoying each other.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what you pick up. But also, it's very difficult because I think you instantly connect with a solo artist. It's harder to connect with a whole group in the first week.
Particularly when they look like
So I
that.
think
They're going to
that's-
continue though, or are they going to go back to the day job?
Are you
that's what I was
hoping they go
hoping.
back?
I am,
to their day job?
I am, yeah.
Keith Lemon, behave yourself.
Well, they're tidy though, aren't they? They're tidy.
They are bang tidy.
This is like a nest of tidy birds here. I'm enjoying myself. Enjoying myself.
What you've got to remember is, on the first week, it's absolutely nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Yes.
No. And no
Oh, right.
intentions to get one.
Dean, the press have
One
been
night stand,
quite...
yeah, but-
Excuse
No,
the
we don't
pun.
stand for that.
But the press have been quite hardcore when it
You know,
comes
there's
to...
a really good back history, and as far as they're concerned, you know, the pole dance and everything like
Yeah.
that, it makes great fodder. People want to read about it.
What's fodder mean?
We're not
It's
going
like, it's a
there.
bit like food for thought.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
that vegetarian stuff.
Yeah, that'll do.
And I think as far as tonight was concerned, they've got to have something to back up what they look like. I thought they looked great, you know.
Yeah.
They went down the route that they were used to, and it worked for them. But they didn't have the voice.
Yeah,
Great.
it's a shame
Particularly
they didn't
tonight.
get another chance because
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think next week they could have been
Could have
brilliant.
come back
Yeah.
in kind of white
Yeah.
smocks looking like Julie Andrews. We've got a caller on the line. Is that Natalie?
Yes, it's Natalie.
Hello, Natalie. What do you have to say for yourself?
Well, I
Natalie
don't think they were
Cassidy.
given a fair chance, really.
Not
I
from
mean,
EastEnders.
with Danny and Cheryl making the comments about their actual past.
Yeah, I can understand what you're saying, but Cheryl did apologise. But do you
I
think
know,
it
but
was
she
maybe...
should have done that after. I mean, that was already brought to the attention on the TV. It made people who actually might have forgotten what they did for a living, it actually highlighted what their role was. And I
Do you not think that a lot of people kind of couldn't identify with them because of all the stuff they were reading in the papers and the fact, you know, women felt threatened by them because they were like, here's these uber sexy, gorgeous women. Do you not?
No, I don't. I think they were dressed for their age. They looked well. You know, vocally, they wasn't obviously the best, but they wasn't not the worst.
See, if only we were all as secure as Natalie is, we'd all feel like that. Natalie, listen, thank you so much for calling today. Enjoy the rest of the series.
Okay,
and guys, that's it. That is time out. Thank you so
Rachel.
much. What are you doing?
I'm just saying,
We love
Rachel, though, did an outstanding
Yeah, no,
performance.
she did. She
deserved
did.
There's much more to
They're
come.
all
players.
great. Well, look, thank you all
Both
of you.
shows brilliant, Ollie.
Thank you. The panel, everybody. The 12 finalists beat thousands to make it to the live shows, but how did they beat this guy? I will never know. We caught up with the man who lives down the Bristol Road, past the hospital, past the police station, and then on the left.
I'm Alan Walton and I auditioned for Xtra this year, but unfortunately I had technical problems with my watch. Right. Could you give me like a cue in?
Well, I don't know when it's supposed to come in. Yeah, you time it and then just give the cue.
I'll cue him in, all right.
Okay.
And the second hand was that small, I couldn't see it. No matter what they tell you.
But it's a no. Thank you very much.
Since me auditioning X Factor, I seem to get recognised everywhere I go. Some people walking around with T-shirts on saying, I love Alan on it.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. Some had Alan from there. Someone had I love Alan on the cap. And she says, can I have your autograph? Put the 2-bit there.
I bet you get all the fans.
I do, yeah. And this girl come and asked me for a photograph. Unfortunately, at the time, I didn't have enough minutes to chat. But if she'd get in touch by going to Butcher's and leaving a little contact note for me, that'd be great. I've enlisted the help of my friend Alan. Just come for my practice. Let's hope I can be another Elvis Presley. I doubt it. Yeah. And he's been in showbiz for 25 years at Willie Castle Working Men's Club. Father wears his Sunday best. I can hear quite well when I'm fluctuating from the actual tone or the set frequency, or mega waves, or whatever they're called. In the middle of R3, what everyone seems to remember me for is my directions. You know the Bristol Road?
Yeah.
Straight down there. First you pass Selly Oak Hospital. Here's the hospital just coming up on our right there.
Yeah.
Then past the big police station on your left. Keep me down on that one, I think, you know. So go down the little road to the duck pond.
Oh, I know. What about that?
The singing doesn't work out. I'm very, very good at directions, so maybe there's an opening there.
Welcome back to the Xtra Factor. Now, if you could only watch one show on a Sunday about singing, then there is only this, or Songs of Praise. And I think you made the right decision. And talking about praise, well done. Getting through to this lot right here. Now, well done. It does, however, mean that you have to live with this stress for another week. But I'm sure that's a small price to pay. All right?
Yeah.
Coping? Joe, you just said that was horrible.
It was. It was horrible. Like standing there waiting for your name to be called and then having to watch Rachel and Candy Rain in the sing-off. It was just horrible.
Hideous. Not very nice. But you all knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Ollie, your face at the end there when it was the 3 acts stood there and you were the final one to be called. What was going through your head then?
I was just like, oh no, I don't want to sing. And then I just thought, I was just really high. But then the crowd were great as well. They kept cheering my name. But you probably saw from my reaction how pleased I was.
Yeah, no, you were. You were very pleased. Rachel, are you all right? Is it sunk in finally? You just like, God, I was close, you know?
Yeah. God, I can't believe that happened. It's the worst thing ever, and I don't want to be in that position ever again.
You know, sometimes it's not a bad thing to happen because it spurs you on. It just gives you that little fire in your belly that you need. So, not always a bad thing.
Because we've got next week now.
Next
so it's not
week
over.
now.
But,
no, absolutely. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is the first time that you guys have ever had 24 hours to kind of go home and think about it. Miss Frank, let's come to you. I mean, what did you do last night? Did you watch yourselves back?
I didn't.
Yeah.
I fell asleep.
She
watched it. Yeah. We did it with one eye open.
Yeah.
We were trying to
Yeah.
watch it. We were so tired yesterday, though.
So you managed to get some sleep last night?
Ish.
Ish, yeah. Ish. And did anybody kind of had any weird bad dreams last night? Any weird premonitions about what was going to happen? All too tired. The group performance, how was that? John and Edward, you were like leaping off the furniture. Can we just show you? Let's see, we've got a little clip of it. Have a look at this. Look, there you go! Leap! That is the energy we all need on a Sunday night. It's brilliant. Well done.
Thanks, Holly. I want to. Holly, you could do it if you were on stage there.
Oh, I so could. Not in this skirt. In fact, we've got someone on the line right now. Who is it that's on the phone? Daniel. Hello, Daniel.
Hello, Holly.
How you doing?
I'm made up. I'm so excited. I was running around the living room at the decision to keep John and Edward in. I'm very happy.
Thanks so much, Daniel. I want to be really, really excited about it, but you know, it's really, really. I want to have respect for Candy Rain, you know, because they're they're really great girls.
Daniel, what is it about John and Edward that you love?
From the moment I first heard them say I'm John and I'm Edward, together with John and Edward, I have adored them. There's a lot of hate out there that's unnecessary. I think this is a turning point. I think they can come out next week and show everyone how brilliant they were. Tonight, they were amazing.
Oh, Daniel, thank you so much for your phone call. Thank you. Now, we've got an email here. This is from Jo Elliott. Hi, Jo. And she's got an email here for Ollie. And it says, does anyone else think Ollie is secretly Dermot's brother? And actually, if we just have a little look at this comparison, if we put you two next to each other, he also thinks you look like Marlon Brando. And I think we can actually compare this. Really? Let's have a look. Look. Do you think Ollie does look a bit like both? You're kind of an amalgamation of the two of them.
Yeah.
Not bad.
He looks like Dermot.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like Dermot.
Lloyd, somebody's emailed here, Stephanie, and says, what is Lloyd's tattoo of and what does it say? Can we see it?
Yeah, it's L is my initial.
Oh, it's an L. It's an L. There you go. And it's
like an
just
L.
for his name and for love you, Stephanie.
Love you, Stephanie.
Trina, Daniel. This is from Trina. Where's Daniel? Oh, hi, Daniel. Trina says, did Daniel have a pair of socks down his trousers tonight? What? Well, I mean, we have to answer that question.
No, there's no socks down there.
It's just, oh man! That would need to know. Now, we might all know who's made it into next week's show, but what we don't know is what this lot get up to when the cameras stop rolling. Until now.
The worst habit is that we could eat a full box of cereal between us. I don't know, mate, honestly.
I like to shave my body hair in the shower, so sometimes that's like all over the bottom, so I forget to clear it up.
I eat far too much carbohydrate. I don't fart, I do pick my nose, but everybody picks their nose. Pick my nose. Can you class that as a bad habit?
I always eat smelly food, so I don't think people like talking to me because I've always got bad breath. Burping really loudly. I'm a bit snidey sometimes when I live with people.
Rude humour's a really bad thing with me. I need to learn to shut up.
Did he just leave your shoes there?
Absolutely nothing, we're perfect.
Did he just take his bath for a bath?
OCD.
People have said always have my hand down my pants. No one's going to want to be shaking my hand or anything like that.
Tonight, you little filth bag.
It does.
It's disgusting.
He does.
Well, listen, also, Stacey, I know it was your birthday in the week, so here on Xtra, we thought we'd provide you a present after finding out this knowledge. A little handy-sized breath fresh. And actually, talking about your birthday, we hear that you had a little surprise, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Have a look at this.
It's Stacey Solomon's 20th birthday and everyone's dressed up for the occasion. Unusual choice of outfit, Ollie. And a special guest has arrived to make her day even more special. Yes, it's Stacey's mentor, Danny Minogue, and she's brought presents. So with that out of the way, it's time for a spot of Guitar Hero, one of Danny's favourite games, I hear. And now it's Danny's turn. Oh dear. So, having lost miserably to Stacey, Danny makes her way home.
Damon Oak is fit.
Very, very exciting. So exciting. And actually, somebody else who was rather excited about the fact that Danny Minogue was there. It's you, Ollie. I've got some evidence here I find shocking. Take a look at this. So, first of all, if you look at the evidence here, what on earth are you wearing? But this dance move is just wrong. And look at your eyeline here. You have just checked out Danny Minogue's bottom. Look! Busted, big time. Seriously, I tried to give you dating tips back in boot camp. You created a monster.
You guys completely stitched me up. That's edited out or something.
Edited? Your eyes are looking at that. We don't control your eyes. OK, well, look, for all of you now, we've got somebody on the line called Jenny. Hi, Jenny. Are you there? Hello. Now, you just love everybody, don't you, Jenny?
I do. I think it's brilliant. I mean, all the 12 acts have been absolutely fantastic. One winner has to go, and it's just unfortunately that person has to go.
Poor Candy Rain. Do you have a favourite, though, if we had to make you pick?
Yes, I think it would be Stacey because she makes... She's unique, she's raw, Jen? And she is, well, she's fantastic.
Oh, well, listen, thank you very much.
much for watching, okay?
Okay.
All right, take care.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
So next week is a big week for you guys. Diva Week. Anyone not looking forward to it? Anybody nervous about it? Anyone not sure about their song choice?
I'm nervous.
You're nervous?
Yeah. I don't feel like a diva.
I know, but you've got the diva voice, though. You've
What?
you've
Oh,
got
yeah,
that
I hardly sound like Whitney, do I?
I think next week you just
I'm
might.
scared.
You-
I'm excited, though.
Yeah, no, you should be. And what about the fact you're going to be sharing the stage with Whitney? I mean, she's going to be in this building. That's crazy behaviour, isn't it? Lloyd?
I can't believe it.
Her new album's amazing.
What's that?
Her new album's amazing.
Well, we're going to see it for real. On the stage in front of us.
Oh, my gosh.
Quite incredible. So, Ricky, are you okay? You looked like you were going to leap through the roof when they said your names.
I think the reaction was a bit excited, wasn't it?
No, I'm not surprised though, because you felt a little bit sad after last night, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. You know, I did get good comments from Louis and Danny, but everyone wants the best comments for Simon, don't they? And
Yeah.
I never really got them, so
Okay.
hopefully next week I can prove them wrong.
Well, they did speak. I mean, yesterday there was a lot of talk about clothes. As Simon said about your clothes, obviously Candy Rain's clothes.
Yeah.
Have you not got any other clothes because you were wearing the same stuff you had on yesterday? Lucy, were you not like, no, can I wear something different today?
I know, well, you know, we all feel a bit gammy, to be honest. I went to do a show in this last night, but it's all right.
All those first day sweaty nerves.
I know.
Our status Faye ruled.
Huh?
Our status is ruled.
No, Faye is a genius. Well, listen, next week is a whole nother week. Have a great week, okay? And just practice, and we'll do this all again next Saturday, okay? Okay, right, so that is it for another part, but make sure you're back here in 4 minutes when we'll have all the goss on next week's performances from vocal coach Evie Burnett and creative director Brian Friedman. Plus, after their shock exit from tonight's show, we'll have the final word from Candy Rain. We'll see you back here in a bit. Welcome back to the fourth part of the Xtra Factor, or what I like to call part 4. In a moment, we'll be catching up with Candy Rain and mopping up their tears and showering them with love. But first, it's time to catch up with two people who are not only creative geniuses, but they're pretty good looking too. It's vocal coach Evie Burnett and creative director Brian Friedman. Hi. So, first of all, let's talk about, obviously, what's happened to Candy Rain. From a vocal point of view, do you think that they were the weakest vocal out there tonight, or...?
Well, I would have said, in some ways, yes, because, you know, the girls wanted to work on the singing, they really did, but they didn't have the chance to progress and do that. But when they came out with a Save Me song, I must say they did a pretty amazing vocal, and I've never heard them given as much as they did
It was
with
the
that.
perfect song
It
for
was.
them. The moment they sang it, I just went, oh my God, this all makes sense.
Yeah.
And I can't, in a way, part of me was sort of, when Simon went, oh, I wanted to see more, I sort of did, you
Yeah,
know?
I mean, I think they could have really improved because they wanted so much to be taken seriously as singers and to
Yeah.
not just be an act that kind of sung a bit. They wanted to work on their singing and be individual voices. So it's such a shame when you only get 1 week to show the world what you do. You know,
Yeah.
it's hard.
Brian, I mean, what do you think about it? Do you think they got a bit of an unfair ride by the press, by us, by everybody? Do you think it was just a little bit unfair?
A little unfair, but it is what it is. They vote through who they want to be there, and it's their decision to see who stays. My problem with everything that went down was they said they wanted to be taken seriously as a girl group. They didn't say we want to change our image. They didn't
Right.
say that at all, so I don't think they should have been held up to you need to be in a three-piece suit, you need to
Yeah.
wear long dresses. That wasn't what they are, you know?
It really isn't, and actually it would have been wrong,
It would have been.
If they were here next week, I know that you guys kind of work on things slightly in advance. Do you think, although you might not have necessarily agreed with it, do you reckon you might have choreographed something a little bit more demure?
Absolutely not.
Oh, really?
I would have played up their assets.
You'd have
you
put
know?
some holes up
They
there on
are
the
who they
stage.
are, and I think everyone who did vote for them and who loved them expected them
Yeah.
to be what they are, and I think that they had a market, and they played to their market, and they shouldn't have done anything else.
They still do have that market. You know,
Yeah.
I think
Exactly.
they'll leave here and they will do really well at what they do. And,
Yeah,
you know, there's a
absolutely.
market for girls who look sexy and you know, that's them.
But we can't forget Rachel. I mean, Rachel was incredible. I mean, she really did go for it again, and everybody was shocked that she was even there.
She was first. You know,
Right.
it's happened so many times before with 12 acts performing, you forget what you see. When I left here last night and people would ask me, who did you love? I couldn't remember.
Well,
You
she
know, I
kind of
remember the
had it
last
all in her
performance.
performance last night, didn't she? She had the vocal, and you gave her quite a tough sort of routine there. I mean, she was on voice.
She was great. I mean, she stood out. I sort of chose her when we were talking yesterday, I think, as one of the acts that I thought was strongest last night. But I do think it was such a long show, because at the beginning, when we've got 12 acts, it's a long time from the first one to the last one.
You look at Alexandra last year, her first performance was nowhere near what Rachel did at all.
It's
You know, when I
interesting,
worked with
isn't it?
Alexandra, I gave her
Yes.
such minimal stuff. I gave Rachel so much
So
this
much.
time, and she took it all on.
Well, let's look towards next week now. We've got a little clip of you guys sort of working on some new things and a little bit of backstage gossip. Let's just have a little look.
Where do broken hearts go?
The problem with Joe is so young that to all of us, you know, we know these classic Whitney songs. He's got to learn a song, he's got to learn what it's about. It's quite a mature song, and he's just a young boy. So.
The key thing right now, where was that high note?
G.
G. We can do better.
I feel like I'm putting a bit of strain on my voice, just because it's early morning or what?
So we've only got those three guys because that's all who we managed to catch up with. But Ollie's got a sore throat. That's a bit scary,
Well, it's
isn't
good
it?
because what day is it? Sunday.
Yeah.
So if you're going to get a sore throat, then at least it's not Friday. I just said to him, you know, we can rest up a bit. You know, he can do a lot of his dancing or whatever, and we can rest the voice for quite a few days until we actually have to do proper sound checks. So, you know, he'll be fine.
Good. And it seems that Jamie's really, like, wanting to push himself. He's like, that. No, give me higher notes.
Yeah, but he's always like that, Jamie.
Yeah.
I think he wants to sing the highest note possible, Jamie. So
Yeah.
you kind of got to watch him a bit.
Wigging over there.
No, he'll be good.
And Joe, you know, this is quite a grown-up song for him. Are you going to give him some grown-up moves, whatever they are?
Joe is going to give another strong performance. He did so good this week. To me, he was one of the people who surprised me the most. You know, I expected him to be a little bit more clammed up and introverted, and he came out of his shell last night. So sky's the limit now.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you so much. You guys, as always, are brilliant. Is there any performance we can really look forward to next week?
John and Edward.
Really? Really?
Oh, yeah.
We love
It's so
John and
funny because
Edward.
they
Yeah, we
scared
do.
me so much in the beginning. I wanted to tape their mouths shut, and now I love them. Like, I can't get enough of them, so...
And you know who else? Rachel.
Really?
Because this girl is determined now, and I have a feeling we will have an amazing
It is
performance from
interesting.
her.
It does put the fire in their belly, doesn't it?
does.
It really,
I can see
really
it in
does.
her eyes. She's not going to let us
I'm so
down.
excited.
She's going to be
Whitney
out there.
Houston.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I know.
Can't
It's going to
wait.
be genius. Well, look, thank you as always, and I will see you guys next week.
See you
okay.
then. Thank you. Thank
Evie
you.
Bryan. Now, sadly, they may be out of the competition, but Candy Rain gave it their all tonight.
The act that received the fewest votes from the public and will be heading home tonight. I have the information here. This is it, okay? Candy Rain, Rachel. The act with the fewest votes, who's heading home tonight and leaving the competition, is Candy Rain.
Please welcome Candy Rain. Take a seat, guys. Well, what a night. Are you all right? So, I know it's not been long, but, you know, time has passed a little bit. Has it sunk in at all?
No.
Not really. What's your kind of sort of overwhelming feeling right now? Like, are you left feeling angry, a bit disappointed?
Do you know, it's not like we're not angry, but I just think we've been treated really unfairly in this competition. I actually think that we didn't deserve to go tonight. I'm not saying I think everyone deserves to be here, but I'm just saying on our performance in general, we didn't deserve to go home tonight.
So, what do you think's been unfair? Like, when you say that, what do you mean?
I just think with the whole thing with our past, you know, being strippers, I just feel that maybe the public didn't get to know us, and I think they probably just had an impression of us, and we're really not like that. And I just feel maybe the public just didn't get a chance to know any of us, really.
Well, we had Emma Bunton on earlier, and she was saying it's really tough when you're in a band because when you're a soloist, somebody can automatically identify with you, but when there's four of you on stage,
Right.
it's a lot tougher.
Yeah, I agree. No, it's true.
And with the whole kind of image and all this sort of stuff, you know, Brian also just said that he kind of understood what you were saying, because he said it wasn't you wanted to be something different. You didn't want to change. You didn't want to become something else. You just wanted to be taken seriously.
Yeah. Do you know, it's really funny because I will say what does make me laugh is, you know, everyone's going about these outfits, but if you look on MTV every single day, everybody is wearing what we're wearing. Yeah. So it's kind of a bit hypocritical as well.
And you're actually more covered up than me right now.
I just think it's kind of hypocritical because it's 2009 and it's like, okay, you see legs, boobs, everything like that every single day. And I just feel like because we're wearing this, because of what we've done before, it's kind of like, ooh, okay, they shouldn't be wearing that. When I just think it's kind of wrong, really. And at the end of the day, we're never going to change and we will still carry on doing what we're doing.
Yeah, I know. And you guys, like, I know, like, all the bands, well, you're all very close, but Miss Frank, it's going to be hard to see these girls go, right? Yeah. Stacey, do you share a room with them?
Yeah. No, it's 4 people less. What am I going to do? The bath.
So what's the future going to hold? I mean, you've already said we're not going nowhere.
Oh, God, no. We're going to keep fighting. You haven't seen the end of Candy Rain. Yeah. No way. Do you know what I mean? From the beginning of the show, you kept seeing Candy Rain. You're only going to see them even more and more and more. Yeah. And you're never going to be sick of Candy Rain. It's going to be like, oh my God, it's Candy Rain again.
Well, listen, it's the beginning. This is the beginning for us. I really think it's the beginning.
It is just the beginning. And you know what? We have obviously been there every step of the way. And do you want to see your best bits?
Yeah.
Take a look. Okay, Ray. Hello. Hi, nice name.
Don't you wish your girlfriend were fine like me? Don't you?
You girls are sexy. You don't need to dress as provocative as you are.
I'm going to disagree with Danny on the outfits. I just keep doing what you're doing.
Yes. Absolutely, yes.
It's a yes.
We deserve to win the Xtra because we've worked so hard for it for so long.
Stop crying your heart out.
You're all going through it.
Those girls.
Are you ready?
I kissed a girl and I liked it.
From your first audition, I loved the look of the group. I thought you were sexy, sassy. It's good news! It's good news!
We've Candy Rained it.
Everything.
Do you know what? I was like, what do you know what? Just meeting wicked people. Do you know what? You know, everyone here is so talented, and it's been so nice the fact that we've actually shared this moment with some really, really lovely people.
Well, we're really going to miss you. Everybody's going to miss you, and I'm so sorry that that's kind of it for your X Factor journey, but I look forward to see what you guys do in the future. Big round of applause for Candy Rain. Right, that is it for the very first live weekend of the Xtra Factor, and what a weekend it was. Thanks to our panel guests Emma Bunton, Keith Lemon, Alexandra Burke and Dean Piper. Thanks to Evie Burnett and Brian Friedman. And finally, of course, thanks to all of our mentors and X Factor finalists. Make sure you tune in next week when we will be back poking our noses into ITV1's business. But now, what better way to say goodbye to Candy Rain? Are you ready for this? Because this is in honour of you. It's a real treat. It's time for a sing-song with an old favourite, Alan Walton, to sing Candy Rain's last request. Here we go.
Come to the end of the road, still I can't let you go. It's unnatural, you belong to me, I belong to you. Come to the end of the road, still I can't let you go. It's unnatural, it's unnatural, it's unnatural. I've lost the place in the song. I'm together.
Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Come on.
We are a student society wholly devoted to the pursuit of pleasure. When you're a dandelion, you're not expected to work.
This whole college is rotten from the bottom to the very top.
Trinity continues next.